I'm James Sullivan, corporate partner focused on cross-border transactions. Alston & Bird's cross-border practice is comprised of geographically focused, multidisciplinary team that is experienced in providing practical legal solutions to our clients' global needs. As one of the largest U.S. national firms without an extensive international footprint, we rely on a network of thoughtfully curated, well-credentialed, independent law firms operating in markets all around the world. In fact, some of these relationships go back 50 years with the founding of our cross-border practice in New York. The New York cross-border practice was founded by German lawyers who came to the United States during the Second World War and began representing German Mittelstand companies in their U.S. endeavors. Cross-border transactions have seen steady growth over the last decade, despite economic cycles, due in large part to the increased globalization of commerce. To stay competitive, even smaller companies are seeking access to new markets through licensing deals, joint venture arrangements, and of course, acquisition. In many ways, cross-border transactions are very similar to domestic transactions, due in part to standardization of deal terms across international markets. This is particularly true in the US and in Europe, where investors that have traditionally focused in their own markets have sought to increase their international exposure. That said, cross-border transactions do present their own set of unique challenges and potential risks. These risks go beyond the obvious business risk associated with political climate and cultural differences. These risks include risk associated with differences in tax and accounting regimes, which could have a significant impact on structuring and the value of the transaction. There are also legal and regulatory risks that are critically important to things like foreign investment and control, merger controls, antitrust, as well as local law developments that could have an impact on how the business operates going forward. Changing regulations related to how data is collected, protected, and disseminated could present real integration challenges for businesses operating across borders. It is important for participants in multi-jurisdictional transactions to identify these risks early and appropriately scope their due diligence. Doing so will not only increase your chances for a successful closing, but also realizing the long-term value of the intended transaction.